Yeah, hi there. These comments are for AA. This is Michael. I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at STEalth, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. You just completed my integrated speaking practice test number 1. Let's hear what you have to say.
The reading and the speaking. Give an example how the advertising affects people's behavior.
Yes.
I
think that's a good introduction there. It sets up, you set up your response where you're now going to discuss the reading and the listening passage. I would probably say reading and the listening passage, probably not the reading and the speaking. That's just, so I'm saying the choice of words could have been a little better there.
Reading mentioned that there is a lot of TV and radio commercial.
Now, one thing you're not doing, I think that's important here, is you got to look at what the purpose is. When you're summarizing information, you want to state the main point first. What is the overall idea? It looks like the reading passage, if you really look closely at it, is talking about the political effects of advertising. And the listening passage is discussing the economic effects of advertising. That's the main point. It's good to state those main points when you're summarizing information. So you didn't really do that. That's a bit of a weakness with your response.
And they affect people, build bars and...
Now be careful. Those pauses, you have a lot of pauses going on with your speech, and that's going to cause some trouble with your score. Those are problems with delivery, so you want to try to speak naturally without pausing too much.
You influence people to vote for or against a particular political candidate.
Yeah.
And the speaker says the advertising...
Maybe use a transition there, say, in addition. Use a word in the middle, a transition word that helps add to the previous idea. You can't say however, though, because both the reading and the listening are both discussing what's called advertising effects, or the effects of advertising on people's behavior.
Advertising influence people in economic way.
That's good. I like how you did that. You stated the purpose of the listening passage before you get into the details. That was a good strategy.
Some consumers buy...
Be careful those pauses. No. That. You want to try to speak as naturally and as quickly as you can.
They give example. The consumers buy...
I think you have some grammar trouble there. Let's go back and we listen to that one more time.
Influence people in economic way. Some consumers buy, they give example, the consumers buy toothpaste just because he saw the advertising. And he mentioned that...
You want to say he mentions, S, put an S on that, he mentions that...
they must know how the advertising work because there's a good and bad advertising.
Yeah, and it does say that. So, all right, let's take a look at the rubrics, and you will see the rubrics in the email. You can click on them to learn more about them, but you will be graded if you take the TOEFL in terms of 3 specific areas: topic development, language use, and also your pronunciation. So this is also important, obviously, when you're doing a presentation or something, in one of your graduate classes, and you have to talk about information. You want to be as organized as you can. So topic development. I think you should have stated the main point, I think, of the reading passage before getting to the details. That would be a weakness in your topic development. But you did a pretty good job, I think, with the listening passage. Now, in terms of your details, I think you had a complete, accurate response. So I didn't notice any major problems in that area. So with your language use, I think you were pretty good with your language use. No major problems there. Delivery, like I was pointing out, you did have some awkward pauses and hesitations in there. You probably want to work on your fluency a little bit more. You can check out my lessons on sentence rhythm and also my lessons on thought groups and blending, which will give you more information in that area. Okay? So anyway, now let's talk about your score. I think you have a fairly good speech. I'm going to put you at about, I'm going to say 2.66 out of 4. That's going to put you at about 20 points out of 30 for the actual speaking task. So you got 20 points, and that's going to put you at, let's look at the grades here, 2.66. That's going to put you at about 90% out of 100 on this particular exam. So thank you.